Lab research speed, logistics, coke processing as if. Go for blue belts! Yeah, sure. The thing that requires both super alloy and super steel together forever. Oh, right. That's a whole line of things. From the Big Brother mod. Scan distant sectors more quickly. I I don't think I need scanning of distant sectors more quickly. At this point in time. Thank you for the option though. I could get 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of that. 4 levels of that, I guess. Let's see. Shall we do Zapier at some point in future? Better Corlex. I think I'm just at the point where we're just gonna go start to bottom, top to bottom, whatever techs are left, because the techs are that I currently have are not going to be of value to me for a bit of time. It's going to take a while. Even like microbiology is what actually a good one to take next, but we're not going to be getting around to that for a little bit. The stuff that it does unlock. But yeah, basic of basic recipes here. I don't technically need to run down this line. I could just copy paste, but it's only it's a very short line. In the end, yeah, just add steel. Let's go get steel. If I don't have any steel in the vehicle, maybe I should add steel as a stack of steel to the vehicle. To my crawdad. That seems like it would be a pretty good idea to do. We're almost done with this, by the way. Just for reference, we have like 25 minutes left scheduled for today's stream. And we are nearly done with this. I'd say we will finish within the next 10 minutes on this build, and we can start planning the next thing. Ideally. All these rocks in my way. So many rocks in my way. You'd think I would have run this route. That entire train is now damaged. The locomotive and the 2 cargo wagons on that one. It's good revenge to the for the 2 separate trains that have a kill count on me. Because yes, trains have kill counters tracked by individual train. The game tells you when you hover over a train if they've killed a player and which player it was, and how many times it's killed said player. It is hilarious. Anyway, we're here. We've arrived. As I get a restock, a general restock. I can get rid of that. Steel. Steel is here. Cannot reach. Cannot reach. Please don't make me stand on the rails. What are you guys trying to do? Pull stuff from the trash slots, I see. Are you trying to give me anything else? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm carrying around what I need to carry around. Where is my vehicle? Right here. Here, you can have a stack of steel. Am I forgetting anything else that is important? No. So all that's left is to get the water barrels flowing up there, and then get the cocoons placed onto the train. And get the train actually set up and set up the depot to be Vrauk cocoons. Actually define the depot IDs. And then we will be done with the Vrauks. And all that will be left is to actually have a spot to make bedding. I'm on my way. Continue to this direction. And once I have the bedding, that'll be it. The bedding is actually not that big of a build, ultimately. And with 20 minutes left, I don't know if I'd be able to finish that. We sort of have it planned currently. I don't know about finishing. Alright, goodbye, King. We shall see you at some point. So the water barrels. The way that I do the water barrels is I'm going to make sure that these fill. I need enough barrels so that all 10 or all 20 of these machines have water barrels in them, as well as water barrels on the belt itself, going just slightly beyond, sitting, overflowing, just slightly beyond this little point here. In the alternative, what I could do at any point is have a chest. Is simply have a chest somewhere. And I think I'm going to do that. Just have a chest, and that chest will make sure that I don't overflow from putting 500 thingies on this, 500 water barrels. And that'll be that. We have obtained the cocoons. We have the non-zero amounts of cocoons. I hope I didn't just screw all that up. I don't think so. Yeah, that works. I mean, we've had non-zero amounts of cocoons for a long, long time, but we now have a whole 1 per second build. We have a 1 per second build of the cocoons. That is what we have now. A wonderful, magnificent, glorious 1 per second of the cocoons. Okay, you need power. Right there. It means, and in this case, it is just simply saying that I have more than nothing. Or I no longer have nothing. That's not non-zero. It just means I have something. It means that I no longer have nothing. I am not the person who originated this, by the way. Where did I get this term non-zero from? It was from day 9. That's where I originally heard this. One point, day 9 said that he needed to get a non-zero amount of food in him, as in the body did not have food, and needed to get not zero amounts of food inside. It's a joke. It's a joke. That's what it is. It is a different way of wording things, meant to be humorous. And it is meant to be especially more humorous with the fact that we're playing Pyandon's mods, and it is an achievement to achieve even any amounts of any specific item in existence. Just getting a thing is the most important part of the Pie Suite. Getting the thing, any specific thing in any amount, is an achievement. And thus the point. Yes, how dare I build on the ore patch? It's not as if I've had a mod to remove the ore patch that the developers broke. They totally did that, by the way. By the way, they did that. I do have a mod that would allow me to remove ore from the map. Just doesn't work anymore. Because they got rid of the icons up here, the little bookmark icons. The developers decided that this had no purpose anymore, so they removed a thing that didn't have a purpose anymore. Without thinking that there are totally mods that actually make use of this spot for bookmarks and stuff. Anyway, train. A beautiful, glorious train. We need a locomotive. Where? There. There's the locomotive. Yeah. Stuff! You're going to be considered full when you have 3 thingies. 3 stacks in you. Here, have some of that. You need to go all the way down to the bottom. Come on, autosave. Vrauk Cocoon Station to Vrauk Cocoon Depot. When you are full and on a circuit condition, and you can operate. And then you... that... cocoons... Vrauk Cocoon Depot. We are officially finished with our 1 per second build of the Vrauk. I think I need to place one of these somewhere. Glorious little radar. I have radars in the thingy, in my crawdad, so that gets placed immediately. And we can see all the things. Are these all operational? Yes, they are. It is not going to quite give me 1 per second, because I don't have enough of the Mark II modules quite yet. Speaking of which, another thing where having a number that is not 0 is important is in the modules, where it's a half of 1% chance to start upgrading to make Mark II modules of your machines, of your life, your alien life. It is a 1/2% chance, and it needs to generally succeed 2 times before you can really start scaling the amount that you have. So having a not 0 amount, non-zero, is very important. Getting 2 precisely, value equal to 2, is very important. Incredibly important. So you can start scaling more than 2. Okay, that's finished. It's done. Yay. Moving on. So, betting! This build. We now get to do this. Let's let's make sure that I have the proper buildings for that I have access to. Oh gosh, did I break anything? No. Good. And then I can set that aside. We have 10 minutes, 11 minutes-ish, between these two numbers left scheduled for today's stream. I think that will get us, like, a train station, ultimately. Maybe. For this, because this is going to be a bit of a train station. Big train station. This one's going to have inputs. A few. But for now, just heading right back to the mall in order to get the buildings that I need. The summary. Give me a summary of stuffs. Don't need modules. Hooray! Yay! We don't need any modules. Do I even have 7 slaughterhouses at Mark II? Do I even have that available? I totally do. Absolutely. I absolutely have this. Thank you for bringing me stuffs. I do need a bit more automated factories. A few more. This might be a good time, actually, to set up the Mark II automated factory. We'll only keep, like, a couple of stacks of those, though. Yeah, this is a pretty decent time to set this one up at Mark II. Might also be a pretty decent time to do the same thing with the Advanced Foundry. Because we can do that as well. I've said before, but basically every machine at this point I am able to make the Mark II version of. It's just that I don't... It's not a good idea to do all of it all at the same time, because that is an immensely huge demand placed off on your Circuit 2s, and because there's no proper way of prioritizing the usage on a logistic network, at this point in time, there's no prioritization method. It will distribute the amount of Circuit 2s evenly across all requester chests. I would prefer being able to say, hey, I always want you to send any circuits available to science, for example. I would like to say, send circuits to science if it is if it has enough circuits in the chest for the science, like if it has sufficient amounts, then send additional circuits to the other stuff on the network. But that level of prioritization does not exist in vanilla in Factorio. That does not exist. They will share evenly. Would it be nice to have that type of a feature? Absolutely. Oh my goodness, I really wish we had something like that. Just on a per chest basis, have like use some of this space, because A, you only have 12. That makes all of this space superfluous when you only have 12 request slots. Just add something like right here. Be like, hey, have prioritization. Have like a few levels of prioritization. Be like not even on a per item basis. Like you could just say, hey, of all the things that I'm requesting here, always bring, like, have a number 1 through 9, with 9 being the highest priority, or whatever, or reverse that, 1 being the highest priority. Be like, hey, this chest, this is a priority 1 chest. Always give me that stuff first. Always make sure that this has all of its things before moving on to other things. Like, that would be great. That would be great. I need a creature chamber. I have Mark II creature chambers. Really? I did not realize. Sure. I will take my Mark II creature chambers that I have apparently made a few of. I should have some neuroprocessors, I guess, being made. So sure, we'll do that as well. Biofactories. Where am I making biofactories? I'm apparently not making any molecular assemblers. Why not? Oh, because they're circuits. Circuit 2s. Hello! Welcome to the final, 5 minutes of today's stream. The base is a little bit bigger since the last time. Yeah, since last we met, the base is probably a little bit bigger now. Yeah. I need a thing. Evaporators. Those are over here. I need... Yes, the regenerative heat exchangers, which I have. I should have advanced foundries. I don't have advanced foundries. Give me advanced foundries. That'd be good. Give me these things. I should have the pressure pumps. I should have basically everything but these biofactories. Give me biofactories. Where are you? Where are they? They are here. Of course, I wasn't making enough. I am still progressing. Yes, we are still doing the thing. Making the progression. We are actually in the middle. We are working towards doing an alternative method of producing science. Partially, but also it's like we need a lot of this stuff for food. We're working towards cotton guts. I guess this is how I'll end the stream today. It's just a review of what I'm working towards. So I need these things called cotton gut. These creatures get used for Arthurians. Like all of the Arthurians, basically, will need cotton guts to feed them. And yeah, you need it for the eggs. Just make eggs, then grow eggs. And I need it for Fat Eye, our dancing armored cats eventually. But the next rather important thing, besides being able to do alternative science with these, is the Arthurians, because the Arthurians are a gatekeeper, shall we say, for a lot of other things. Like they feed Krydrin directly with these Arthurians, but also things like the where the eggs in particular, they get used in Vonix, they get used in Microsin J25, some the initial recipes of Dingert, Scrondrix, and Vonix. So even to get your first copy of each of these requires Arthurian eggs. It requires Arthurian eggs. So in order to unlock these 3, to start even making these 3 animals, you need Arthurians. And Alien Sample 3s require Arthurian eggs. So Alien Sample 3s require Arthurian eggs. So there's so much that gets locked behind Arthurians, and then all Arthurian recipes use cotton guts. So, cotton guts. Are the cotton guts science recipes worth it? The cotton guts science recipes are better later. The later you get, the better they are. By comparison to the standard methods. So that the later you go, the better they are. That's pretty much the key with them. And it, yeah, somewhat depends on the recipes that you're doing to get the cotton guts in the first place. And the recipes that you're doing to get the items to feed the cotton guts in the first place. So, yeah, every bit of life in the chain, in the web, matters in how you're doing them. When you are looking at the effectiveness of them in a comparison. So, speaking of which, the current mission will ultimately be cotton guts, but right now, as of, I guess, the beginning of next stream at this point, it will be making bedding. Because all of the better cotton gut recipes, in fact, basically all of the cotton gut recipes require sufficient amounts of bedding. And right now, I only have like 1 per second being produced of bedding at a time, and I need a bit more than that. I need a bit more than that. So for a 15 per seconds of bedding, we need all of these things, and that's what I've been spending the last 6 or so streams, 6 or 7 streams, building out. So I have built out Grodd. I actually built out 15 per second of Grodd, and I've built out 7.5 Yotoi Aloe. I have built out 1 per second of Vrauk cocoons today, and I'm going to take all of these things, combine them together, and produce bedding. Oh, and I got raw fiber out of the sugar and casein, so Corlex raw fiber, which means I set up Corlex as well. So I set up Grodd, Yotoi, Corlex for this, and a little bit of the Kickalk, because obviously this also uses Kickalk, and Vrauk. So like 5-ish things of alien life have been set up in order to make bedding at this amount. And we're just going to build the state. We'll have a spot. We'll build the station, and we'll have the bedding, and then we can immediately start to plan what will be the cotton guts, which yeah, I think we're pretty much directly ready at this point to go straight into cotton guts from the basic food. Yeah, so this is why I need the bedding, is because every single basic food cotton gut recipe requires bedding. So all of the basic food recipes require the bedding. Oh, also I need to like do the moondrops too. I need to finish properly doing the moondrops. I have a spot with them. It's just I need to update that a bit. Wait, bedding. 1 bedding basic food, 11 cotton guts. 1 bedding basic food, 4 moondrop. 1 bedding, 1 basic food, 4 moon. Oh, this is a B situation. No, this is a 3-4 situation. What? Why are these identical? Well, okay then. Sure. I'll take the one that gives me 14 versus the one that gives me 13 anytime for the same cost. It might be like an A-B situation. It's just coded as 3-4. But anyway, yeah, we'll do like 5-ish. Nah, we'll do like 15-ish. Yeah, this sounds a bit better. We would need a bit of we need a few Prandium labs. I think I have Mark IIs of these, and I would need a new thingy with cotton gut modules. So I figured out at some point, in case you weren't around at that time, that you can do all of the modules. Where are you, cotton gut studs? Hello? There you are. So yeah, I figured out you could do like 1 million at a time and just be like, hey, put all of the modules into the machine. Wow. You don't have to do it one at a time. And that's apparently been like that the entire time. It's always been there, that particular feature. Yeah, so that. We'll do that. After I get the bedding. Which, bedding is bedding. I like bedding. Bedding is awesome. That would require a bit of stuff. Oh, Relesia seaweed trees. Hey, that's fine. And then, moondrops would need to be finished. Well, with that, it is time to end for the day. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. No. It looks fine. It just requires some bedding that I didn't have yet, and I figured I may as well make a whole bunch of bedding because a lot of other recipes are going to use bedding. A lot of the more advanced recipes are going to use bedding, so I may as well have a setup that does the bedding properly. Proper setups for the bedding. So today started with updating the module counts on a number of things, including the Yotoi, which now need a lot of modules at a time, as well as the +1 module on the Grodd, and the +15 each on the Corlex that exist all the way up here. There were 15 module slots added to Corlex. Thank you so much. And the Vrauk themselves also had more module slots added to them, but we were sort of doing that. And the Relesia had more module slots added. So took a tour, did all the updating of the module slots today. This is the Moondrop build, by the way, that needs to be finished, that I will likely finish at some point. And we built out today the Vrauks. The Vrauk right here. We built the 1 per second ish. Still waiting on enough Mark II modules for this. But there it is. It is moving. And we've got Vrauk cocoons now. They are flowing. And that will be used as we go into bedding. Because we'll grow our Vrauk into glorious caged Vrauk and use them to make formic acid for the bedding. It'll be great. And yeah, so with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you are watching the VODs on YouTube, do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyandon Spawn's development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/Otaku Showboat. I will, of course, be back on Tuesday, where we will wrap up the bedding and get to work on finishing the Moondrop and going into the actual Cotton Gut build. I definitely hope to see you all then.